A very good morning. Thanks for clicking on to the Wednesday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. Looking at the month of June and the first half of summer across Europe, and it does look as if we are going to be entering the first half of the summer on a warmer than normal note. I think, regardless of whether it's wetter than normal, I do think the orientation of the high to the southeast, low to the northwest, south to southwesterly airflow, we're going to maintain a warmer than normal theme. I don't think June is going to be a particularly cool month when it comes to the average. But certainly, as we go through the remainder of this work week, we are ramping up the heat. We are going to be seeing temperatures potentially up to 27 in Scotland and upwards of 30 to 32 in the southeast of England here, all thanks to high pressure. This nudging to the east of the UK allows some very warm air across Iberia and France to lift into the British Isles. So it does look as if we are going to generally end the month of May on a kind of warm but also a potentially thundery breakdown note as well, because we do have a frontal system coming in from the Atlantic that bumps into the warm humid air, forces the rise into the colder upper atmosphere, and of course you generate some very heavy thundery downpours in response to that. So looking at the CFSV2, this is the 500 millibar geopotential height anomalies, and you can see here for the month of June it has high pressure over the continent, a trough, low pressure out over the northeast Atlantic. The UK is generally in that battle zone. So to me, on the face of it, this would look as if it's going to be a rather mixed bag of weather, particularly across the northwest of the British Isles, across Ireland, but it also looks as if the south and the southeast of the British Isles would be generally warmer and drier than normal. Looking at the precipitation, you can see here for the month of June, it does look as if it is indicating a slightly wetter than normal northern half of the British Isles, northern England, and across the bulk of Ireland, particularly the western side of Ireland. But you can see here it's generally average to slightly below average across the southeastern half of the UK. Pushing into the continent, it looks as if it's going to be a fairly dry June across the bulk of Europe, in the southern Scandinavia, in the eastern parts of Europe also here. And temperature wise, with this orientation, doesn't surprise me that we get a warmer than normal month overall, particularly so across France, into the central portion of Europe where that high is going to be centered. This is, of course, a mean outlook here, so this is spanning through the 30 days of June. Overall, we're going to have spells where it's warmer, drier across the board, and it's going to be cooler and wetter across many areas as well here. I do think that June is going to be one of those mixed months, but leaning more towards warmer and drier as opposed to cooler and wetter. And I do think, given the dry ground, any rain that does fall, of course, the ground is able to soak it all up rather than just kind of lying on the surface because it's saturated. When you get that, the topsoil, when you get the sunshine at this time of the year, tends to dry out quite quickly. That then radiates back into the atmosphere, dries the air out, and of course, you've got warmer conditions in response to that. Saturated ground tends to suppress any kind of warming from the sun into the warm season, but certainly we've got the opposite. Despite the weather pattern as expected during the second half of May, we should see plenty of warmth this summer overall. Spanning out, let's have a quick look again at the 500 millibar height anomalies. This is for the month of July, and you can see here that the model is indicating more dominance of high pressure, therefore drier than normal conditions, as you can see here across the bulk of the UK, across the heart of Europe. Same areas generally that we did see back in June, and temperatures are firmly above normal for the time of the year here. So it does look as if we could have a warmer, drier overall June and July, and that is generally what I'm thinking at this moment in time. Very quick check at the month of August here. Overall, long way off, of course, but it does look as if it's maintaining more of a high pressure pattern once again. The core of the high to the west of the British Isles, which is quite interesting here, that would indicate to me a drier than normal August. Is it the case? Well, it looks as if it's going to be a mixed bag precipitation wise. 2 meter temperature anomalies, it does look as if it could be another warmer than normal month. So the overall summer season, combining the 3 month period, June through August, it does look as if it is going to be a warmer than normal summer overall, given what the CFSV2 is saying. I must urge that. But certainly get the sunscreen on for the remainder of this week. It is going to get warm, it is going to get sunny, but also watch out for those showers and thunderstorms later on towards the weekend. Hope you have a great Wednesday, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.